Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our Happy Friday show, the last of the year. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our show, Happy Friday, our last Friday of the year. Thank you for being with us on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you say hi to all your friends in the comments. And say hi to Mr. HP. He's running the show, of course, as always.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you for sharing our videos, of course, throughout the year. And keep doing that. If you're new around here, make sure you follow our page and subscribe so you don't miss a show. All of you know that we have so much fun every day. And especially on our Tuesdays and Friday shows, which will continue throughout the year. We have been really good this year, really good about shows. 52 Tipsy Tuesdays.
That's a lot.
And I think, well, we missed a couple Fridays, but we always had a show. So that was great. We, of course, kick off every Friday with a little cocktail recipe, a new one. And this one is a new one based on a drink I actually had when we went out to dinner. Mm-hmm. It is called The Perfect Pair. And I thought that was very fitting because a perfect pair to toast a perfect year ahead, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is a light cocktail. It uses actually Sauvignon Blanc, white wine, and Saint Germain liqueur, which is an elderflower liqueur. And then you add some Prosecco to it. A little bit of lemon juice, and then, of course, pear juice. So this one is really easy to make non-alcoholic. You can just, actually, if you can't find sparkling pear juice, you can find sparkling apple juice or sparkling cider. And then put some pear juice in there as well. And voila, a little bit of lemon juice to freshen it up. It is so refreshing, light, and just a hint of pear. That elderflower is also just a hint, and it gives a little bit of sweetness because you want to use Sauvignon Blanc, which is a very crisp white wine. You don't want to use sweet wine at all. I really like it. You don't taste a lot of pear. But pears are hard because there's not a strong flavor.
What's that elderflower thing?
Elderflower is called Saint Germain.
That's a little strong.
You taste that?
Mm.
I taste just a hint. Probably just because I like it and you probably don't. All right, so our last show of the year. So we just wanted to kind of check in and go through our personal year, which you have all been a big part of. Honestly, you are part of our everyday, almost, at least our live show days. And in between then, we're thinking about what we're going to do for you guys on our live shows and quilt-alongs and all of those things. So we wanted to just start by going through our year personally.
You're missing.
Oh, we need a word of the day from Mr. HP.
You are so in a rush to get to 23. Slow down.
Slow down. Let's enjoy these last 2 days. You're right. Let's slow down.
That should be the word of the day. Slow down. But it's not.
Yeah, that's hard for me sometimes.
Word
It's
of the
so
day.
much fun to experience and do.
Word of the day. Learn, live, in love.
Oh, that should be our words for
of the day, every
day, and for 2023. Learn, live every day, and love. Because
love
there's
every day, folks.
Cheers to that. Cheers, everybody.
Keep learning and keep living.
Yes.
Now you can move on.
All right, well, let's talk about our set, though. That is our Zoe quilt and our Katrina quilt. Those two are a part of our class pack that just kicked off this morning, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. But I thought it would be fitting to start this with our kind of personal, like, little tidbits of our year. It's not everything, of course. In between those moments that we're going to show you, we, of course, spent some great time with family, with our kids and friends. So I didn't want to talk about everything, but just kind of like the big things, the highlights.
Okay.
In our opinion. So we, of course, started the new year by hanging out with a big chunk of our family. Johan came to Minnesota for, well, not just Johan, his parents too, to celebrate the new year with us. So we kicked off the year right. I'm on Pawpaw, and I actually just found a video too of you two in the studio drumming, Johan on the drums and you playing the congas. You were just jamming. They were there for probably 2 hours. You just played a beat.
Hard jamming.
Yeah, and he just loved it. You loved it, and then he changed the program, like the programmed beat, and you do a different one.
You love changing the beat.
Yeah, it was wonderful. So we kicked our year off right. And then very shortly into that new year, we actually made our little cottage purchase on a little cottage on the lake. And this was, of course, last winter when we got it. And this now is our home in Minnesota. So we, of course, had to do it properly. We have to pop a bottle every time you enter a new dwelling.
Popping bottles.
Popping bottles. So that was our celebration of a kind of a new chapter. And following that, a new chapter, you all have been following that we've been building this house here in Florida for a while. And that was almost a 2-year process. I mean, a year and a half. So we were coming down to Florida a lot to check on the progress. So that was kind of one of those early year trips, kind of trying to vision ourselves down here in the wintertime.
Great.
Then we did something. Well, I did something for the first time. I went to the Grammys to celebrate Mr. HP's nomination and walked the red carpet. We had a lot of fun. It was a long, 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 tiring day, but loads of fun.
This is what happened after you don't win. You just get loose.
Yep. It was like off with the bow ties.
Enough of that.
Unbutton yourself and let's just have some fun.
Move on.
Then, of course, followed a beautiful spring, some beautiful summer days on the lake, being able to enjoy that almost every day in the summertime. I got to go for a little period of, in June, I got to go to Portland to spend a whole week with Johan. I was babysitting while his mommy was on a little trip, and that was a magical time. It's nothing like getting one-on-one time with a grandchild or any child, I think, and parents are out of the way, and you get to just bond and do really fun stuff that you wouldn't normally do. Of course, then we opened up the new studio at GE Design's headquarters, the brand new studio, which we've been broadcasting since last summer, except for, of course, our Studio B. So this is our Studio A, and we love it. There's still, of course, always some things to do. We got to go to Iceland I brought a tour of quilters and, we say tag-alongs, to Iceland for a really great time. And so Mr. HP joined us halfway through and was able to experience some of the sights. So the beaches, you can see it was a little bit cold, especially in the beginning. It did warm up a little bit. We did some hiking, of course, the big one. The big one. We hiked to the active volcano.
That's the longest I've walked ever in my life at one time. Over rocks and hills and mountains.
Yeah, and once we got there, we stayed there for 20 minutes and turned around and walked back?
4 miles there and 4 miles back seems like
yeah, but it was over
miles.
Really rocky terrain.
20 miles.
But it's great. It's a great memory. It's something you probably won't do again, honey. Right?
Nope.
Glacier Lagoon. Oh, we showed that already. And then you got to see the Northern Lights for the first time. Yeah, Glacier Lagoon. We saw all the seals swimming in between the glaciers.
Let there be light.
First time seeing Northern Lights for you, even though you're a Minnesota boy. He grew up in the city. There's no Northern Lights seen with the city lights. So
Yeah.
that was a first, pretty early for the season. And then, of course, we had our first tent sale. That was phenomenal feat, and all thanks to our beautiful GE Designs team to put that together and make it so successful. And like I said, we will be announcing next year's dates pretty soon here, so you can start planning to be a part of it.
It's coming quick.
This photo I took because we actually sold our big house that we built together that was supposed to fit both of our businesses back in 2018, 19.
Bye-bye.
And then 3 years gave us, and then so this is our permanent view in Minnesota now, which I ain't mad at that.
Nice and small and cozy.
It's nice and small and cozy, just enough for us. And the visitors don't get to stay long.
No.
There's no room.
No.
There's no room. Then, of course, I had to go back to Portland to celebrate this guy's birthday. You remember his birthday show? We made some Halloween juice. It was so much fun. So that was one of my highlights. And then first we drove down to our house in Florida and moved our stuff in here. And Kobe was in the back. Not much room, but he was happy to join us. So he's down here for the winter. And so now this is our other view from down here. We love it. Of course, setting up a Studio B, which, is still a work in progress. We've got a little extra bench that I'm excited to get into use. Actually, I'll show you guys later when I'm creating an ironing top for it, but it's a tool bench, pretty much.
This is a first.
That's a first. I got my first tattoo
Whoa.
this year. First tattoo, possibly not the last.
Crazy.
And then, of course, our highlight of the year, was our wedding day. It was just not
So
too long
cute.
ago, but it seems so long ago.
Seemed like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know. It was wonderful. So let's
Should I show a little video?
let's show them a little bit. We don't have our professional photos and videos yet. We will share more once we receive those. But here is just a little collage of our photos and friends' photos and videos. So check it out.
How cool.
I kind of want to do it again. That was so much fun.
How cool you get to ride away on a Harley.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
We, of course, finished the year, but, spent our first Christmas in Florida with a couple of our kids. That was fun. We actually just went to watch the Vikings game on Christmas Eve, which was extra fun because it ended up...
That song under the video was me and my sister that I wrote. years ago.
Oh, yeah, because I can't hear the music. So.
Called Any Way You Want My Love. That's dedicated to you. Any Way You Want My Love.
Aw, thank you.
Anyway.
You see how sweet he is? Sometimes.
I'm trying for 23 to be even a greater year.
It's going to be. I mean, we have so much planned for you guys. I'm excited. You just actually said to me yesterday, 23 is going to go by really fast. And I have a feeling it is, just because we have so much happening, exciting. It's not overwhelming for us because it's exciting. So it's going to go by really fast. So let's enjoy and live and love every minute. Every minute. Okay, so let's talk about our class pack. Our first ever class pack, GEasy Class Packs, Volume 1. So this is a new class format that I have been kind of working on. And so we launched this a while ago. And today, this morning, was the first kind of video that went live in everybody's account. Those people that signed up for the class, in your account on GEquiltdesigns.com, you will now have a video and both patterns for the Zoe quilt and the Katrina quilt, the two behind me. We'll be working on both of those. Now, these classes are not live, so they will take place. You will just receive a video class in your account every week. So I will still take you through all the steps of each quilt. And it just in the video, we do have a Facebook group, which is going to act as like a forum. So you can ask questions along the way, post your pictures, post your progress. I sent out an email. If you have signed up for our class pack, I sent out an email this morning. So better go ahead and check your spam folders. I sent out an email with a link to this Facebook group. All you got to do is have your order number handy to join the group. It's only for people attending the class. But we will be making the Katrina quilt. It will be once a week throughout January, and then the Zoe quilt will be in February. So I cannot wait. I'm already planning on, I think, at least 3 quilts of each, because I have a hard time really narrowing down what fabric. What fabric line is the Onset Katrina? That is from Frisky, was a line that we had. You know, these quilts are both from my book that came out last August. So these fabrics are from earlier in the year. So unfortunately, we're sold out of Frisky. But yeah, would Zoe look good in 2 scrappy colors? It absolutely would. The 2-tone quilt that is in the book, can you put the class pack up again? That Zoe that's blue and green, that's a 2-tone, but they're scrappy. So I use scrappy greens and scrappy blues, and then scrappy lights also for the background. So you can see that Zoe there. The green and blue, that's the one that is pictured in the book. So this first video that everybody received, I really kind of go through a lot of pointers on fabric choices, how to pick your fabrics, which can be, you know, for both of these quilts. You can really choose whatever fabrics appeal to you, whatever colors appeal to you, traditional, modern, batiks, whatever works for you. I just give you some tips on what to look for in order to make your quilt really shine. So in order for the pattern to really show up and stand out. So I talk about contrast, I talk about scale and things like that, and also having a balance. Now, could Katrina be done with fuzzy cutting? It could. Yes, it could. I would say you would fuzzy cut your 10-inch squares. Really what you would do. It would kind of take a lot more fabric, but you could definitely do that. It'll be a lot more work. Will we be able to watch our class videos at a later date if we can't watch at the Zoom time? So the class videos are not on Zoom. The class videos will just come into your account so you can watch them whenever. So the class videos, the part 1, 2, and 3, they will just appear in your account. You can watch them whenever is convenient for you, however many times you want. And then we have one Zoom day at the end of, after we've gone through the first 3 classes of Katrina, we have a live Zoom day. And we will give you lots of time slots to choose from to join us on a live Zoom, which is pretty much just a way for us to be face-to-face, you want to show us something, we can talk, Q&A, and really just a show and tell, fun kind of a celebration after we go through the 3 classes of Katrina. And then the same thing will happen after the Zoe. So the Zoom days are the only things that are live, and I really am not teaching anything specific on those live days. It's really just answering questions as a way for me to get to see your blocks and everybody to interact, which also this Facebook forum is for as well, to interact, get to know everybody else, seeing everybody else's fabrics and their quilts come together. So nothing live, which is going to be great because it doesn't matter what time zone you're in. It doesn't matter if you work for a living. You work for a living.
Who does that?
Who does that?
That's crazy.
Who does that? Well,
It's
you
Friday.
have set hours that you have to work, you know. So this is really just really adaptable for everybody. So, which is one of the reasons I put this together.
That's funny.
Excuse me. Yeah, the things that come out of my mouth sometimes.
It's
on these live
Friday,
shows.
folks. It's Friday. This is a loose day. We can do whatever we want.
And it's the last one of the year. It's really New Year's Eve party for us with you guys.
You'll never see or feel this Friday again. So enjoy it. Enjoy the present moment.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's the last Happy Friday of 2022. But I have, like I said, we've been working on Zoe's and Katrina's. There's 2 of them up on the set. There's 2 more that were featured in the book. And so we made 2 more sets. They're at the warehouse. I don't have them here. Is Zoe also made from Prisky? No, we don't have a Zoe made from Prisky. And that's what's beautiful about, you know, the Stripology Mixology book, even though in the book I took 2 quilts and made them from the same bundle, but they are interchangeable. You don't have to make the exact same 2 quilts that I did. And the bonus that the class pack will give you, Zoe, is made with 10-inch squares, but you can cut it out from yardage. And so that's the extra bonus that the class pack members get. They get the cutting instructions to make Zoe from the same bundle as Katrina. So I cut your 10-inch square from Katrina, and then from the rest of the half yard, you're able to cut out enough fabric for Zoe. And you just have to have a single background or add a background. All right?
Someone asked, speaking of work, what does Mr. HP do? I live, love, and laugh, and I learn. That's it.
He is Mr. Many Hats. He does a lot of things. He does a lot of things at GE Designs.
Oh, Mr. HP.
Yeah, yeah. And then, and then you're producing.
What's that stand for? Help, please.
Well, that is actually pretty funny because he has the best phone book in the world. So if there's a task that needs to happen,
I call.
or I need something done in the house,
Help, please.
he's got the best phone book. I got a guy, you know, and he keeps collecting them. I got a guy. When we had some yard work being done. We had some landscaping being done here. And now his Florida phone book was completely empty. But he kept talking to the guys every day. And I swear.
I got guys.
Now he's got a number for everything. You got, what, a tailor, a caterer. What else? Oh, somebody that details cars.
Well, we love
my
the
cousin does
Floridians.
this.
We love the Floridians.
Neighbors does this. It was excellent. That's how you should always make connections. Word of mouth. Friends are friends. I love that. I love that. That's the best.
Help, please.
Susan was asking, does he have any guys in Texas? No, not yet. Well, he might.
I do.
He might.
In Houston.
But they might be for some production things or music or instruments or
I got guys
musicians.
everywhere. I know people.
Yeah, he's got some really cool celebrities in that phone book of his too, which from your previous life.
Yeah.
So he does a lot of things. He's also a musician and plays and produces and
We don't talk about all that.
then
We don't talk about
he makes
Bruno.
really He makes really cool TikTok
We
videos.
don't talk about Bruno. No.
All right, we're revealing too much. Let's get back to the class pack. They want to see my fabric. They do, don't you? Let's take a look at the Katrina and the Zoe quilts that we've already made out of 2 different bundles. So the first one is, which one is this one? It's Bird Song. This is the Katrina we made out of the Bird Song bundle. I love this. The colors are so cool. The charcoals and the mustard golds, the corals, and then the prints are really cool as well. So up close, you can see a little bit of the quilting. Now, I forgot to figure out what quilting pattern we used, but we will post that for you guys for sure. So those are that's the Zoe quilt. Now here is, no, that's the Katrina, sorry. Here's the Zoe quilt. Isn't that awesome? So we just added a light background, and that is a really unique layout. So Zoe, her magic power is that there's multiple layouts. It's an asymmetrical block, so you can do really cool things with the blocks. So this layout, I believe, is layout number 3 or 4 in the book. And there you can see the quilting up close. We used, it really goes well with nutmeg. So we used some nutmeg fabrics for the borders and the backings. So a nutmeg is the one that I'm going to be using actually myself throughout the class packs. The other bundle that we actually, did you show them the fabrics? Can you show them the songbird? Is it songbird or bird song? Bird song. I can't. There's another line that's called songbird, and I keep mixing it up. Here are the extra fabrics. So there's the bundle, and then for the Zoe quilt, there's the borders, and I can tell you if you want to know. So the two golds on the top right are from nutmeg, and then we have. Let me see. I have this here somewhere. The light fabrics, the background is a spotted celestial moonbeam, so it has a little bit of gray in it. And then there's the floral elements, honey mustard on the far left, and the gray that we used for the border is from color wash textured charcoal. But we will post that. We'll do a class pack blog post with all the versions that we made, the versions in progress, and what we used for that. Then there is the other bundle we use is Blossom. Now this is a really artsy and cool and funky fabric. So let's take a look at, now this is also birdsong, but this is just the fabrics we use for binding and for backing for the Katrina. So let's take a look at the Blossom Katrina. It is super cool. It is so wild and fun. I could totally see this in like a artsy teenager room. It's so cool. It's so different from anything else. Pretty wild. Of course, you can, if it's too wild, you can always add some tone on tones in there, some color club fabrics, for example. I really love the quilting pattern on it. It really makes it really cool and modern. So super fun. And then, so the Zoe quilt we made from the Blossom is actually really awesome as well. That's not Zoe. We need to hold off on that. These are for the retreat. But that Zoe quilt is being long-armed. Julie is doing her magic on it. She's doing some custom stuff, so we gotta wait a little bit. So hopefully I'll show you guys the Zoe quilt from the Blossom Fabrics next week. Or we'll let her finish. We'll let her into the new year and finish in good time. But it's worth the wait. It's really cool, and we have a totally different layout for that one. So it looks really good. But let me show you, so what I'll be doing throughout the class pack period with all of you, I'm gonna be making both quilts. So the bundle that I cut up for specifically for the class was the nutmeg bundle. So I have those here. I have all of the 10-inch squares. And this is something I just kind of forgot to do on camera for you guys in the video. Make sure you use your organizing clips to keep everything together. And then here are my cuts for the Zoe quilt, all ready to go. That is what I'm going to be making 2 quilts out of. I am going to make another, Zoe, just because I really want to play with the placement of the colors, and I love myself a scrappy background. So I grabbed the Dandelion Wishes bundle. So I'm going to be doing a second Zoe out of this. So, because it has equal amounts of lights and then all blacks, equal amounts of lights and blacks. So I'm going to be using these 2. And then the golds, I'm going to use just for the center, you know, the half square triangle is in the center. So they're going to just have gold centers. I'm going to play with this and do one of the really cool modern layouts for the quilt. So you will get to learn all about this throughout the process of the classes. And I hope you enjoy the whole process. I'm already excited. So those of you that haven't yet, make sure to hop on or find that email from me this morning and join our Facebook group. And we will let you in. You just have to have your order number and start the chat. I see that a lot of people are excited to get going. So now you can put up the retreat quilts. I just wanted to remind everybody of our retreat sign up. Spots are filling up constantly every day. So if you are thinking about it or if you know you're going to do it, don't hesitate too long. I know we're still in 2022, but I have a feeling that those spots will probably be gone as we get into middle of January, end of January. We have so much fun planned for you. We did a little video yesterday. Yeah, so these quilts are the ones we'll be working on, along with one more that is going to be kept a secret. This is Nikki on the right and Ariel on the left, made from a single bundle. You have 13 different bundle options to choose from. You will get everything you need sent to you in a box before the retreat, along with games and snacks and all kinds of fun stuff. So one more reminder before I show you, I have one fabric line to show you today. One little reminder, we have our holiday sale still going on. Some great deals on holiday fabrics, up to 50% off, 1 yard, 3 yards, bundles, kits. No, yeah. So isn't that what I said? It ends on the 2nd, so through midnight on the 1st. So through midnight till midnight on the 1st, and then awesome. That'll be done. And yeah, don't want to miss out on that.
And yeah.
Okay, so I've got one fabric line to show you. It's a small bundle. Let me get my little perfect pair out of the way. This is a great drink to make. You can make it in a pitcher, because if you're serving a crowd, you don't need to shake or anything, and you know, it's just, you just pour it in and serve. Pour it in and serve. Okay, so this bundle is called Whale Song, and it's from Northcott. It's a designer that we just absolutely love, Deborah Edwards and Melanie Samra. So you've seen this type of fabric from them before, Turtle Bay, all of those prints. This one is just a 10-piece bundle, and I added a lot of this is one of their basic, called Pebble or Bubble. I don't know what they call it, but I just love it. It's has such movement to it. So this starts out with these green tones. I love the corals. Even though it's called Whale Song, there's not much of actual whales in there. It's more about the prints. I love this typography print. This is where we have a little bit of whale connection, beluga, kindness, Pacific, and yeah, the oceans, humpback, I love this. I love the layering in their fabrics. It's just layer after layer, and they're so rich. Then we have the jellyfish, bringing in more of the blue colors. That same basic print in the blues with some deep teals in there mixed in. Another textural print. This one is really cool. I have to show you because it's an ombre. They always put an ombre going from green into teal into the darker blues. So really beautiful and love the textures. Here's another textural one with the deep, a little bit of purples, and then the teals and the blues. We have a stripe. Love that. So very organic stripe with a little bit of lavender coming through, and then all the other colors, the greens and the blues and the teals. And then finishing it off, a couple of more lavender purple. So we have the corals, the ocean floor, and the purple, or it's more lavender. I really love this tone. And then we have the bubble print in the lavender and purples. So 10 pieces, and I just love this kind of rainbow of ocean colors. So I did a fabric pull with it just to add some basics that you could use with it. So we'll start on the green end over here for some very mixing in perfectly the flow in the Euphoria jade color. This one mixes perfectly with the greens and into the teals. If you want it a little stronger green, the Spectrastatic Spearmint has some of the darkest greens that are everywhere. So then into more of the turquoise, teals. Canvas turquoise is great. I love the texture that goes with it. Some of the lighter blues, like this one. The flow in the light blue would be a great mixture to kind of lighten things up with it. And then the deeper blues, the grunge and the cobalt is a great deep blue color and still very vibrant. Then we have some of the lavender, the chalk and charcoal and the hyacinth. And then for the deepest purple, I went with canvas in the amethyst. For a background with this, you could either go white and they'll be really crisp and fresh, or there is a lot of black in here, so you could also go with something like spotted jet black for a really cool, deep, rich quilt with a black background, or just use a black as your focus fabric. Do something like Amelie and use this as a focus fabric. It would be beautiful. So this is Whale Song from Northcott, 10 pieces, just gorgeous colors. And if you were wondering, yes, their lines can intermix, like the Turtle Bay, these would all work with those. They kind of mix together. This is a fun designers to collect because you can kind of mix them up and play with all of them together. All right, so that is our fabric of the day. So all that's left is our live winner. Do you have our live winner?
Yes, we do.
Who is our live winner? I kind of forgot to mention at the top of the show, we have a winner every show. So just by commenting throughout the show, you're already entered into the giveaway.
Drum roll, please.
All right. Kana Hoover Raisler. Congratulations, Kana. All you got to do is send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com and we will send you your gift card. So congrats, and happy New Year. Now, I wanted to mention this. So I usually just very personally make myself a mantra every year, not necessarily like goals or resolutions or anything like that. I just kind of have some words or sentences that I want to push more towards, something maybe that I've been doing in the past but do more of. But I saw this sentence and today, or this kind of just a collection of words, but Saw that today because it was on your shirt that you just ordered.
Yes.
And we both just felt this is what we live by every day. Every day we live by this. And I think it is evident with anybody that knows us or experiences our shows. So I thought this would be a really great mantra for us as we go into the new year, or just any day. Never stop inspiring, always be authentic. And so
love it.
That is it for our 2023. We're going to keep inspiring every chance we get, and be our real selves.
And we're going to continue to live, love, and learn.
Yes. We're going to be ourselves because we can't be anybody else. Right?
Good try.
That's not going to be very good. So that is it for us for the 2022 year coming to an end. We will see you all next year. Our Tipsy Tuesday show, we'll be here with bells on for a new year. Our January 3rd show is at 4 o'clock Central Time. And then our Happy Friday show, that will land on January 6th at 12 p.m. Central. From our Studio B, and that's my grandma's birthday. That was always the end of Christmas was my grandma's birthday. May she rest in peace, and she knows she's with us all the time.
2023, a little more GE.
There it is. There's our slogan for the year. But we want to just take this time to really thank you all for being a part of our daily lives and watching our shows so diligently, coming back all the time. We really appreciate you. We thank you.
We love you.
And we love you, and we cannot wait for another beautiful GE 2023. Yay! Happy New Year, everybody. Cheers. We'll see you next week.